call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello you degenerate fucks, and welcome to the Degenerate Gambler. It is Thursday the 20th of May. We're just here with the weekend preview, which is the last week of the Premier League season. I think the Italian League finishes this week too, maybe. But there's not a huge amount of games on. And it's spread over the 2 days. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a bet on a bet on Saturday, and probably a couple of bets on Sunday. So this will be a quick episode, just giving me two bets and then a couple of things I've looked at for the Euros. Obviously I haven't made my mind up yet, but just things I've been looking at. So I'll start off with Saturday. And Saturday I've just went for, say, one bet, which I'll probably put a 10 on. It's 23-1. So I'll get that out of the road early. Some big prices, some not, but it was hard to make 5 selections, believe it or not. So yes, Saturday I'm going for Swansea at home to Barnsley. Swansea already winning that playoff game 1-0. I would fancy them to win at home again. Because obviously Barnsley are going to have to come out and try and score. Could leave themselves open. And Swansea have a decent home record. So that's one. They're 7-4, which is a great price. Which is 2.75 in decimal. Next, I fancy Sunderland. Sunderland obviously were beaten by Lincoln away. But Sunderland have a pretty good home record. So I do fancy them in that game. They are 9-10. Although Sunderland's recent home record isn't great, and they drew earlier on the season. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, it's a playoffs. They're going to have to go for it. They may win the game. They may go out. And they're 2-0 down from the first leg, so they might win 1-0 or 2-1. But I do fancy them. Next is the Scottish Cup final, which is St Johnstone versus Hibs, and I think that will be both teams will score in that game. That's evens, so that's 2.0. Next, Barcelona away to Eibar. I obviously think can win that league. Atletico, I think it's their last game. Yeah, it's their last game. Barcelona can't finish any higher than they are, which is third, but Seville could catch them. So they really should, they need to win to guarantee third spot. So that's they're 4-9 away to Eibar. And also in that league is Real Sociedad, who are away to Osasuna. Real Sociedad at the minute, they can't qualify for the Champions League, but they're fifth. Betis are sixth. Villarreal are sixth, so they want to win that game to sort of stay. Because if Villarreal win, they're only a point behind them, and they would drop down to that Euro Conference League. And I think obviously if the higher they finish, the further on in next season's Europa League they'll start. So yeah, that's the bet. That pays 23-1. Sorry, Real Sociedad were 3-5, which is 1.6. Real Madrid 4-9, which is 1.44. So yeah, that works out 23-1. I'll probably have a tenner on that on Saturday. And it'll probably be the only bet I do all day, unless I'm watching any games, which, looking at these, I can't really see. I mean, maybe I watch the championship game. I don't know. It's hard to say, but that'll be it unless I do any bet builders. So I'll move on to Sunday. So I talked about this before, but I think I'm going to go ahead with all 10 Premier League games over 1.5. I haven't looked up the price yet. It's probably not going to be huge, given that they cut the prices the last time. But it'll be worth a fiver, just as a wee interest, since all the games are at the same time. It's 4 o'clock on Sunday. So that's one. And then the other bet will be just the teams to win bet. Again, not huge amount of, well, sorry, not teams to win, a bit of everything. But again, not huge selection, because I've only picked 2 Premier League games because again, I already have them all over 1.5, and there wasn't much I fancied. Also, there's some French League One and some other games, a couple of La Liga games and stuff. So it wasn't the most. I think so. What is there? There's 10 Premier League games. There's 2 in the League 2. There, the playoffs. There's a National League game. There's 10 French League 1 games, 7 Serie A. It wasn't bad, and I might end up doing 2 bets because all of the Italian games are that night. So you could, and there's 2 Spanish games that night. You could end up with another wee small bet. But anyway, I'm saying I'm doing 1 bet, or 1 main bet, and then obviously I'll do all over 1.5 in the Premier League. So let me get to this Sunday bet, which is Arsenal at home to Brighton. They're 3-5, which is 1.6. Leeds, and Leeds play West Brom at home. They are 4-9, which is 1.44. I fancy Metz and Marseille overs, which is 5-7, which is 1.57. I fancy Seville and Alaves both to score, which is 3-5. That's 1.6. And I fancy Sutton and Hartlepool, which is the National League game, both to score 4-5, which is 1.8. Now, that only pays 10-1. It's like 10.5 to 1. So you're not going to get rich off that one. But again, as I say, it's there's not a lot on, and what is on, there's not great prices. Even looking at the Saturday, just going back to Saturday for a minute, there's 10 National League games, right? But see, any of the teams that are anyway favourite at all, like Wrexham, 1-5. Solihull Moors 1-5. Torquay 2-11. Stockport 1-6. Notts County 1-4. What other ones are good ones? That's it. The rest, so out of the 10 games, 6 of them are unbackable. Which seems there's not. That's a very, very tight league. There's no way that those prices are fair. But anyway, so that's why I didn't do any National League on Saturday. So yeah, that's basically it as far as my bets for the weekend. What I have been looking at, obviously the Euros soon. I have been looking at what prices are available, what's out there, and I've came across some decent ones. Mostly looking on Bet365 at the minute, but I will have a look around the other ones. A lot of markets aren't priced up yet, but France to win and Kylian Mbappe, top goal scorer, 20-1. It's a good bet. France and Harry Kane, now you can see here I do fancy France, is 50-1, and I would expect Kane to score goals, although he's in poor form at the minute. But for England, he's their main guy. He takes the penalties, things like that. So, and then at the minute they have priced up, but they're only allowing singles in these at the minute. Bet365, that may change, but Romelu Lukaku to be Belgium's top goal scorer in the tournament, 10-11. Harry Kane to be England's top goal scorer in the tournament, 10-11. Now they won't let you double that up, but that's the minute. So I don't know, will that change whenever, because they only had, I think they only had Belgium, England, and Scotland priced up. So there's still a lot more players, you could book or you could pick. So top goal scorers overall: Harry Kane 7-1, Mbappe 7-1, Lukaku 7-1, Ronaldo 9-1. So debating those as well. I do honestly think I'm probably going to have a tenner on France and Kylian Mbappe, because he can score a hat-trick at any point. He's that good. He could go a few games without scoring, but he could score a hat-trick just like that. You know what he's like. And I mean, with looking at their squad announcement, they've only announced 5 midfielders. So they're going to play probably with just 2 or maybe even 3 holders, and maybe 2 holders, and then sort of almost like 3-1. So sort of 4-2-3-1 with maybe like a Giroud up top, and then sort of like Mbappe, Griezmann, and Dembele, or whoever else they've named like 7 strikers behind, or Karim Benzema could be playing up front with the likes of like I say, Mbappe, Griezmann, and whoever dropping in behind. But the way they've picked their team, if anybody hasn't seen it, go and have a look at it. They've picked like 9 defenders. So unless one of those defenders can play holding midfield as well or something, I'm not sure. But they've only named 5 midfielders and then something like 7 or 8 forwards. Yeah, so strange. Very, very strange the way that the team was. But anyway, that's my thinking with France. I do fancy France. But I mean, looking at the prices, I mean, Germany's a good price, France is a good price, England are a good price. But, you know, whether or not you fancy England, who else was a good price? Italy were a good price too. But yeah, so that's me just having a quick nosy at what's ahead. I'll probably go in more depth in that because I'll be looking at the next few weeks to see what I'm actually going to bet on. But anyway, there'll be no bet for me tonight. Not much on. Not even sure if it'll be bet tomorrow night on Friday. So again, just stay tuned for Saturday. I say no nap again till the start of next season. But that's basically it. So it just leaves me to say, if you are doing a bet, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Here, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.